Christopher Scott, and this is Mellow TV Sports. We kick off Mellow TV Sports with football as the Reggae Girls are now playing the Dominican Republic as we speak for the top of the table Group C clash of the CONCACAF Women's Championship at the National Stadium. The Reggae Girls are coming off the back of a convincing 9-0 victory over the Cayman Islands, while the Dominican Republic had a 1-0 win the last time out against Bermuda. The winners of the group will advance to the final stages, which consists of two more groups in which the top two teams of those two final groups will qualify for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. Harbourview recorded a 3-0 win against the title favourites Mount Pleasant in JPL action at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex yesterday. Odilyn Harding opened the scoring for the Stars of the East in the 37th minute. Deshaun Anglin, the midfielder, then doubled their advantage in the 52nd, with a Trayvon Reed sealing the win in the 69th minute. In the day's other games, Waterhouse won 3-2 against defending champions Cavalier. Ex-FIFA president Sepp Blatter and former UEFA boss Michel Platini will go on trial to answer the corruption charges in June. The pair were last year charged with fraud and other offenses by Swiss authorities relating to a payment made back in 2011. The court proceedings will start on June 8 and is set to be concluded 2 weeks later on June 22. The case centers around a payment made by FIFA to Platini in 2011, authorized by former boss Sepp Blatter, which the OAG alleges was made without a legal basis. The indictment alleges that Platini demanded 2 million Swiss francs payments more than 8 years after his work as a consultant for Blatter between 1999 and 2002 had come to an end, and that it had damaged FIFA's assets and unlawfully enriched Platini. According to the indictment, Platini had allegedly been paid by FIFA an annual fee of 300,000 Swiss francs for his consultancy work. This amount had been agreed upon in a written contract. Both Blatter and Platini have denied any wrongdoing. It has been confirmed that the 2026 edition of the Commonwealth Games will be held in Victoria, Australia. This will be the 6th time that this event will be held in the country. However, it is the first time a state or region has been awarded the multi-sporting event. 16 sports have been confirmed to be on the cards, with up to 7 more set to be added. The 2022 Commonwealth Games will take place in Birmingham, England from July 28 to August 8. And finally, in the sports news tonight, Kim Clijsters has announced her retirement from tennis for the 3rd time. The Belgian, who first retired in 2007 to start a family, returned back in 2009 and won 3 more Grand Slams before her second retirement in 2012. She returned to tennis back in 2019 but only played 5 matches as her return coincided with the COVID-19 pandemic. Clijsters won 41 WTA titles and spent 20 weeks as world number 1 in her 2 previous spells. She won 2 double Grand Slam titles and the US Open in 2005 before having her first child, returning to the sport to win 2 more US Open titles, as well as the Australian Open in 2011. The 38-year-old retired again in 2012 and had 2 more children before her return to the sport in 2019. Her last official match was in October of last year when she lost to Katerina Sinayokova in the first round of the Indian Wells. Meanwhile, world number 1 Novak Djokovic went down to a shock defeat by Alejandro Davidovich Fokina on his return to the ATP Tour on the Monte Carlo Masters. Djokovic was playing in his first tournament since February after missing the US hard court swing because of restrictions over his COVID-19 vaccination status. Davidovich won 6-3, 6-7, 6-1 to reach the 3rd round. It is the first time the 34-year-old Serb, who last match was a quarterfinal defeat in Dubai, has lost an opener at a tournament since 2018. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. I'm Christopher Scott. Remember, stay safe and pleasant viewing.